We want to bring in Jonathan Turley, George Washington University law professor, Fox News contributor. Jonathan, your take on what we're hearing in the courtroom today on this huge case in the accused murderer of Charlie Kirk.
Well, I think what you're seeing is that the defense is taking every three-point shot it can make because it doesn't have any really good shots from the court. I mean, the fact is this is a case with overwhelming evidence against their client. And they are indeed re-arguing, relitigating cases. They're slowing the process down. They're essentially throwing sand into the works. But none of this is going to do anything but delay. What you saw from the court today is a recognition that he understands the defense is doing what it can do with what could be an impossible case. But the court is beginning to impose some types of limits and saying, make your argument, then we're going to move on. And so I think what the court is signaling to the defense is that you've got this issue was raised before. It's exceptionally unlikely that you are going to disqualify these prosecutors based upon this tangential relationship. Also, by the way, it's not one of those issues that you're ever going to get a reversal on a conviction over. So the judge knows that. The judge is trying to give the defense as much of the record as they need to make their case. His primary concern is to commit an error that could be reversible. So he's giving them more time than a lot of judges might. But I think that also reflects the fact that he understands they don't have a whole lot. And he's going to make sure that this record shows that he gave them every opportunity to make the case on all of these issues. But this is not something that's going to succeed for the defense.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, Jonathan. They made a big point, the defense attorney, is talking about how, there are places in this courtroom where we've had photographs taken, still photographs taken of the defendant. We're looking at, a photo of him right now, actually. And it's not fair because they're seeing his facial expressions. And then people, I guess, on social media or on text messages to him are saying, why does he look like that? Or what's that expression on his face? What is the relevance of this? I mean, as long as I can remember, we've had, we've been able to get a look at people who are on trial for cases like this.
No, you're absolutely correct. The primary concern about the location of the cameras is that it not show the faces of the jurors. And often it does not show the faces of witnesses. I have never seen a court say you shouldn't be able to show the expressions of a defendant.
This is to interview and not interview.
Jonathan Turley, as always, we're grateful to have you with us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.